Hi, we're the New Gen team made up of Farron, Nikki, Emily, Molly, Shanila, Eloise, Shannon, and Max. We took on Challenge 5 from Gleeds, which involved taking the current Clerks of Works reporting on site inspections process and re-imaging it to make it more automated and streamlined, and leveraging the collected data for better project insights and decision making.
The fundamental pain points: an easier way to collect the data while on site and for the data to be stored and formatted correctly. Have alternative ways to visualise and communicate the data and automate reports on site status, along with other reporting improvements, with better understanding of on-site delivery.
Before we started the development phase, we needed to brainstorm ideas and create a plan that would achieve the set goals by the client. So we needed to find the key milestones and deliverables. We needed to ensure those deliverables met the stakeholder requirements. And then we had to create a work breakdown structure so everyone knew what needed to be done and what they were going to do individually. As well as this, I created some mock visualizations so everyone could easily picture the end goal of the project, and so to make everything go more efficiently.
To collect data, we use Microsoft Forms because we believe this is a reliable method for data collection. We use the sample data to create the questions and made sure that the correct formats and fields are used. Currently, responses go to an Excel sheet, which is on my personal OneDrive, but if this method was replicated in the business, then we would have it all saved on SharePoint instead, and the right people would have access to it.
So now we are going to do a live demonstration of the dashboard we created for Gleeds Clerk of Work. As the data source, we use Microsoft Forms in order to do the data collection. And with that, we did some data cleansing and formatting using Power Query within Power BI. This ensured the data is accurate, removes any anomalies, and may have been collected from the forms. After this, we were able to create the visuals, ensuring they met the required personas for the project. We'll start off with the reads we wanted the project managers to be able to gain insights from the data with minimal effort. So our first page, which is an overview page, it gives like a high-level view of the projects and how they're performing. So here, for example, you have like the project status. It shows you which projects are behind schedule and on time. And if you do want to more granular data, you can right-click and drill down to the project, which gives you an overview of whose projects are actually behind schedule or on time. So we'll draw back up for this moment. The next one is average of temperature and the sum of number of labourers. So this kind of shows the trends where, like, around the winter months of October and up October to December, we see a decline of labourers attending to the workplaces. This also can be in correlation to why projects may be delayed. So delayed by a month. So as we can see here on this visual here, in December, we are seeing more of a rise of delayed projects compared to any other month. And this kind of correlates to this visual over here, which also matches the same data. We have also included different reasons why projects may be delayed, whether it's down to weather. So here we can see there are certain projects here which are behind schedule. This is down to like if it's cloudy or windy, and shows you how many labourers are on site that day. And then it also breaks it down how many days it may be delayed by. And another thing that they wanted to cover was they wanted a historical view of the previous data. So what we've included is the date range. So this gives the current date and the current data along with historical data, which we can use using the filters. So the visualizations are in correlation with that.
So, moving on with the second part of our live demonstration, I should know that this section is comprised of different data sets for the visualization purposes. So, as we know, it is vital for the project managers, the quantity service, the analysts to understand how the resources have been utilized in a certain project. So, in the first part of our visualization, we have how the number of equipment have been utilized per project. Also, we can filter out the project status as saying that certain delayed projects, so we can understand how the delayed projects have been utilizing their equipment in certain projects as well. And moving on to the latter part of the visualization, we have how the number of staff or the number of equipment have been integrating with the project statuses. So we can see how the staff have, if the staff have been delayed for certain projects, or the equipments have been delayed for certain projects as well. And as we know, moving on, we know that weather is a crucial factor in the line of work of clerks. So, thus, we have a summarized view of the weather statistics to support towards that. So, as you can see, there's average temperature over a certain period of time, and of course, how the average temperature have been affecting certain projects. So, again, you may filter out the project statuses out of these as well to understand how the delayed project or the projects which are ahead of schedule are affected by the temperature or the weather statistics as well. So this concludes our live demonstration, and we are moving towards the next section, stand and to be on par with the current changes and the current statistics of the projects. So thus we have alerts and subscriptions which are automated. So as you can see in the first section, we have the automated weekly reports which are sent to the necessary personnel. So this can be automated through the Power BI itself. And then we have the automated alerts as well. So as for example, we can see that an alert has been sent to the necessary personnel when the number of laborers has become less than 10.
Next steps and recommendations. We would ask for Glean to gain clear requirements on what they would like to be on the dashboard. We create SharePoint lists where the Excel spreadsheet can be fed into this automatically and then onto the dashboard. We'd also use machine learning to create an AI predictive model trained on collecting historical data. This will allow us to better forecast future delays and risks in the future. We'd also establish a Power Platform application outside of Power BI. So what would we look at in terms of the judges' questions? So the first one, how you can ensure that the data source is automated instead of relying on an exported file. This can be accomplished by linking Microsoft Forms to a SharePoint list. This setup allows Power BI dashboard to directly access the SharePoint data source, eliminating the need for manually export Microsoft Forms on a weekly basis. This will also enable the dashboard to have current live data. Secondly, what steps can be taken to simplify and improve the forms to be more efficient? For future development, our team can collect data by creating Power Up forms, as we encounter some limitations on Microsoft Forms. Specifically, Microsoft Forms does not allow us to have repeating fields, which has forced us to take certain questions multiple times. Our research indicates that Microsoft Power Apps would resolve this. So which data security measures have you considered? So what we have considered is that we wanted one version of the truth, and we made sure that the Microsoft form was linked to the Excel spreadsheet, and the Excel spreadsheet is locked. Therefore, none of the data can change when previously on the paper solution. Thank you.